Loki, one of the most intriguing figures in Norse mythology, fascinates with his unpredictable and multifaceted character. He is known both for his ability to cause chaos and for his skill in using cunning to manipulate fate in his favor. From ancient myths to his popularization in modern pop culture, Loki continues to be a fascinating character admired for his ingenuity and resilience. But there is something beyond his reputation as a trickster that few people realize. Loki has a secret, a special skill that goes beyond mischief and pranks. He possesses a unique ability to transform obstacles into opportunities, a talent that can be applied not only in mythical battles, but also in real-life challenges. What lies behind this ability? What makes Loki more than just a deceiver? In this video, we will explore Loki's hidden secret, a technique that anyone can use to overcome challenges and turn difficult moments into new opportunities. Get ready to uncover a lesser-known side of this fascinating figure, a side that can help you see obstacles from a new perspective and, like Loki, find creative ways to overcome them. Loki, in Norse mythology, is one of the most complex and intriguing characters, both in ancient legends and in his modern representation. He is not technically a god, but a giant who, through his cleverness, became part of the pantheon of Asgard's gods. Unlike other gods, like Thor or Odin, who are remembered for their strength or wisdom, Loki is celebrated for his cunning and his ability to adapt to any situation. He is often seen as the trickster, an unpredictable being who can cause great trouble, but also offer unexpected solutions. In ancient stories, Loki is known for causing many disasters, but interestingly, he is also responsible for solving those same problems. A famous example is when he stole the golden hair of Sif, Thor's wife, but later used his skill to ensure she received new hair even more beautiful, made of pure gold. This episode perfectly sums up Loki's dual nature. He creates problems, but is equally talented at resolving them. In pop culture, especially in the Marvel film series, Loki gained even more notoriety as an anti-hero. Portrayed by Tom Hiddleston, he became a charismatic figure who, despite his flaws, demonstrates intelligence, humor, and above all, an enormous capacity to reinvent himself in times of crisis. He embodies the idea that failure is not the end, but rather an opportunity to try something new in a more creative and ingenious way. Behind Loki's tricks, there is a valuable lesson. He does not fear challenges but embraces them, trusting in his ability to transform any situation. This is the secret we will explore: how Loki uses his flexibility and creativity to turn adversities into opportunities, and how you can do the same. The great secret behind Loki's facade is his ability to see challenges from a different perspective. Instead of seeing an obstacle as an insurmountable barrier, Loki sees hidden opportunities. He does not follow conventional rules for dealing with problems. Instead, his approach is marked by flexibility, creativity, and an open mind to unconventional solutions. A clear example of this is found in mythology when Loki is confronted with seemingly unsolvable situations. Whether he needs to save himself or help other gods, he resorts to creative tactics and unpredictable strategies. Rather than confronting the problem head-on, Loki often circumvents it, changing his physical form, manipulating those involved, or even using humor to defuse tense situations. His success often lies in the fact that he does not limit himself to what seems like the most logical or traditional solution. Loki's mental flexibility allows him to turn unfavorable situations into opportunities for growth and advantage. Instead of despairing in the face of a difficult situation, he quickly adapts and finds a way to use what is around him to turn the game in his favor. This ability to change the rules of the game is a powerful tool we can learn from him. So how does this apply to our lives? Often, we face problems and challenges that seem impossible to solve, whether at work, in relationships, or in personal projects. Just like Loki, we can benefit from a more creative and flexible approach. This means looking at challenges from different angles, finding unconventional ways to solve them, and using adaptability to our advantage. After all, often the biggest block is not the problem itself, but how we choose to face it. The central lesson from Loki is clear. When you face an obstacle, don't limit yourself to traditional or expected solutions. Allow yourself to be creative, adaptable, and flexible. Ask yourself, how can I use this situation to my advantage? Just as Loki turns negative situations into victories, you too can find opportunities where you once saw only problems. Now that we understand Loki's secret, his ability to use flexibility and creativity to turn problems into opportunities, it is time to bring these lessons into our own lives. After all, we all face daily challenges, whether at work, in relationships, or in personal projects. And often, the difference between success and failure lies in how we choose to face these obstacles. A practical way to apply Loki's secret is to change how we view problems. When you encounter a challenge, instead of thinking, I can't or this is impossible, ask yourself, how can I look at this from another angle? This simple shift in perspective can open up a range of new possibilities. For example, if you're in a project that seems to have hit a dead end, instead of giving up, think about how you can approach the problem differently. Perhaps a solution you haven't considered yet is the key to unlocking progress. Another essential aspect is adaptability. Loki, in his stories, often changes his physical form. He transforms into animals, other people, or even objects to adapt to what the situation demands. While we cannot physically transform like him, we can adapt mentally and emotionally to situations. This means being flexible in our approaches and being willing to adjust our plans as needed. A good example of this in the real world is when a business plan fails. Instead of insisting that it's not working, successful entrepreneurs are those who have the flexibility to pivot, adjusting their strategies until they find one that works. Additionally, Loki's creativity teaches us to think outside the box. He does not rely on conventional methods to solve his problems. We can use the same approach in our daily lives. For example, if you are dealing with a conflict at work, instead of following the traditional path of confrontation, why not try finding a creative solution, like finding common ground or using humor to ease the tension? The important thing to remember is that, like Loki, the solution may not be the most obvious one. Think creatively, and you may be able to turn the most difficult situations into opportunities. In our personal lives, this lesson is also valuable. Think about a relationship going through difficulties. Instead of confronting the situation head-on, try being flexible and creative in how you communicate and resolve the problems. Perhaps a simple adjustment in how you express your emotions could make all the difference. Loki reminds us that obstacles are often opportunities in disguise. By applying flexibility, adaptability, and creativity in our lives, we can turn even the most challenging moments into chances for growth and success. The secret is to keep an open mind and be willing to change our approach when necessary. Loki is not only known for his creativity and flexibility, he also stands out for his cunning and emotional intelligence. These two elements are essential to understanding how he navigates difficult situations, often emerging victorious even when the odds are against him. Loki's cunning goes beyond mere trickery or manipulation. He has an innate ability to read the situations and the people around him, adapting his strategy according to what the situation requires. This is directly related to his emotional intelligence, his ability to understand and manage emotions, both his own and those of others. Loki knows exactly when to retreat, when to advance, and when to use humor or persuasion to disarm an enemy or avoid conflict. In Norse mythology, he demonstrates this skill repeatedly. Instead of acting impulsively, as other gods tend to do, Loki stands out by carefully evaluating each situation and playing according to the emotions of those involved. He knows how to manipulate anger, trust, or insecurity in his opponents to achieve his own goals. In real life, we can learn a lot from Loki's ability to manage his emotions and those of others. This is especially important in moments of crisis, when our emotional reactions can lead us to make impulsive decisions. The secret here is self-awareness, understanding our own emotions and knowing how to control them before reacting. If we are frustrated or anxious, instead of making a hasty decision, we can take the time needed to process and respond more strategically. Additionally, emotional intelligence also involves empathy. the ability to understand what others are feeling and use that information to guide our actions. Just as Loki reads others' emotions to manipulate situations to his advantage, we can use this skill constructively. By recognizing how our colleagues, friends, or family members are feeling, we can adjust our approach and achieve better results in conflicts or negotiations. Cunning, then, is not just about being clever in the sense of trickery. It's about using emotional intelligence to navigate complex situations, knowing when to act, and how to handle the emotions involved. This gives us a significant advantage in moments of crisis, allowing us to make more informed and effective decisions. In summary, Loki's cunning and emotional intelligence are powerful tools that we can apply in our own lives. Managing our emotions and being sensitive to the emotions of others can help us handle difficult situations more effectively, avoiding impulsive decisions and putting us in a position of advantage, just as Loki masterfully does. One of Loki's most striking characteristics, both in mythology and modern adaptations, is his willingness to face the unknown. Unlike many, who fear what they do not know, Loki seems unafraid to dive headfirst into new and unpredictable situations. He throws himself into challenging scenarios, trusting his abilities to transform even the most uncertain moments into opportunities. This courage to face the unpredictable is a powerful lesson for all of us. In real life, the unknown often causes fear. We do not know what to expect, and uncertainty can paralyze our actions. However, just like Loki, it is important to consider that the unknown is not necessarily something to fear. In fact, it can be an opportunity to grow, learn, and evolve. By embracing the unknown with courage and confidence, we can transform these moments of uncertainty into pivotal milestones in our personal and professional journeys. Loki teaches us that the key to facing the unknown is to have confidence in our abilities. Even when we don't know what is coming, if we believe in our capacity to adapt, think creatively, and act strategically, we can navigate these situations successfully. It is this self-confidence that allows Loki to take risks and often triumph in situations that other gods would avoid. A practical way to apply this lesson is to change how we perceive the unknown. Instead of seeing it as a threat, we can view it as an opportunity to exercise our skills and develop new capabilities. A common example of this is when we are faced with a new challenge at work or placed in a situation we have never experienced before. Instead of retreating, we can see this as a chance to test our limits, learn something new, and grow. Another important aspect is mental preparation. Loki does not enter situations impulsively and unprepared. He relies on his ability to think quickly and adjust his behavior according to the circumstances. This shows us the importance of being mentally prepared for the unknown, strengthening our skills, and staying open to changes in plan. The more we prepare and train ourselves to be flexible, the more confident we will be when facing unknown challenges. In the end, Loki's courage in facing the unknown is a powerful reminder that we should not let fear of uncertainty paralyze us. Instead, we can use the unknown as fertile ground for growth, exploring new opportunities, and testing our adaptability. Just like Loki, we can trust ourselves to turn the unknown into an opportunity for success. Throughout this video, we have explored Loki's hidden secret, his ability to transform obstacles into opportunities through flexibility, creativity, cunning, and emotional intelligence. While he is known as the trickster in Norse mythology, behind this label is a figure who knows how to handle the most unpredictable challenges in an ingenious and effective way. He teaches us that difficult situations do not need to be faced with fear or rigidity, but rather with an open mind and an attitude of adaptability. The great lesson we can take from Loki is that challenges are inevitable in life, but how we respond to them can make all the difference. By using creativity to find solutions, flexibility to adapt to situations, and emotional intelligence to navigate human complexities, we can turn obstacles into opportunities for growth and learning. So, the next time you encounter a problem, ask yourself, how would Loki handle this? Instead of seeing the situation as a roadblock, view it as an opportunity to exercise your skills and explore new ways of solving the problem. Perhaps the solution isn't the most obvious one, but rather the most creative. And this is where Loki's secret can make all the difference. Now, it's your turn to apply these lessons in your life. Think about the challenges you are currently facing. How can you use flexibility and creativity to overcome them? How can you adjust your approach and use emotional intelligence to find a solution you may not have considered before? I encourage you to adopt Loki's mindset. Embrace the unknown with courage and transform any adversity into a new opportunity. With this new perspective, you will be better prepared to handle challenges and, like Loki, discover that the obstacles that arise on your path can be turned into opportunities for success. And if you enjoyed this content and want to continue learning how to apply these and other lessons in your life, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with friends who may also benefit from these ideas. Together, let's face challenges with Loki's cunning and courage.